Hey, what's going on, Black people? I hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today is a great day to be a stock market investor. You know, my homeboy, Willie D, had a song called Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. And I think that the 2021 version of that song that I'd like to throw out to you is Damn It Feels Good to Be an Investor. So we're going to talk about the stock market and the Dow reaching yet another record high, big money's being made. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on and exactly why your portfolio is doing real well. So sit back, buckle your seatbelt, get comfortable, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. And you guys know I'm watching the stock market just like you. A lot of you are making money today. I'm really happy for you. How many of you are making money today? Give me a yes or no in the chat if you are feeling a little bit, if your portfolio is a little bit green and things are going good. And I see you in here, Rico and Philip and Tanisha and Corey and all you beautiful Black people. We talk about finance from a Black perspective, by the way. I hope that's okay. If that's okay, give me a yes in the chat if it's all right to be a little bit Black today. The stock market is a key place for Black wealth, and today is just another great day. I'm reading here on CNBC that the Dow, as of the time of this recording, the Dow went up another 100 points. This is after 2 or 3 days in a row of just really strong gains. And I've talked to you guys about the reversals in the market before, and it's playing out like clockwork. It's playing out as predictable as sunlight from the sun. It's basically showing that the market was oversold last week, and now the market's being bought and everything's heating back up again. Now, what are the big factors driving this today? Well, a big factor right now has to do with the unemployment numbers. Basically, the jobless numbers are better. That's it. I mean, there was an unemployment report as far as new jobless claims this week, and good news came out, and that pushed the market up even further. And I was mentioning to you guys yesterday that pretty much investors are looking for a reason to buy. Like, they really want to buy, and the stimulus check is coming. A lot of people are going to put that stimulus money right into the stock market. They're going to either spend it on their consumer goods from the companies that are listed on the stock market, which benefits you, or they're going to buy stocks in the stock market, which benefits you, or maybe they'll buy Bitcoin, which probably benefits you. So either way, it benefits you, it benefits you, it benefits you. So for a change, for a difference, I know y'all used to Black people always losing. Well, Black people ain't losing right now. If you are an investor, you are not losing. So like I said, I'm changing my homeboy Willie D. Willie D is going to be in my wedding. I love this guy that much. And he had an old song back in the day. The Ghetto Boys had a song where the chorus was, "Damn, it feels good to be a gangster." Anybody remember that song? Well, I'm changing those words to "Damn, it feels good to be an investor." If you feel good being an investor, if you feel good, say yes in the chat, because I know making money feels good. The reason I know that is because it's scientific. Actually, Professor Andrew Lowe showed that money actually affects the same region of your brain, the hypothalamus, that cocaine affects. So ultimately, you got to be a little bit careful, because winning becomes addictive. You get too used to winning, and then it becomes tough to become a loser again. So everybody in here that's winning, type winning in the chat, because I'm super happy for you. So the Dow futures jumped quite a bit this morning. I guess it's cooled off just a little bit. They said there's a rotation back into tech shares that happened Thursday. Tesla is up 4%. Apple jumped 2%. Amazon, Alphabet, and Facebook and Microsoft all went up 1%. On the data front, investors cheered a slightly better than expected reading on weekly jobless claims. Now, just so you know, in my view, those jobless numbers don't mean a lot. Because just a little wiggle to the left could change the whole story, right? So honestly, it's not enough to get excited. This is not one of those ding dong, the witch is dead type moments, or in The Wiz. Remember, can you feel a brand new day? Like, this is not one of those moments where it's like, oh my God, it's so amazing. These numbers are just earth shattering. No, they're just slightly positive. And what happens is that they call this actually in statistics, they call these Bayesian priors. Bayesian priors basically come down to like preconceived assumptions, like literally like a trigger that you have where you're just like, if you ever hear somebody's like that's mad at somebody and they're like, oh, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish he would. I wish a ninja would, right? Like it's like you're triggered, like you're ready, like you're looking for any little reason to fight, right? If they touch your nose, you're going to knock them out, right? Well, the same thing is true with the stock market right now. The stock market is like on this edgy thing where it's like, okay, I wish you would give me some good numbers. Just give me a little bit of positive information. Give me a little bit of, and then boom, prices shoot up. This is overreaction, people. This is not rational investing. This is not, I'm just telling you the truth. This is not based on what I know about financial theory. This is not the way it's supposed to work, but it works in your favor, which makes me very happy for you. So the jobless claims numbers, I mean, let me read it. The Labor Department reported the first-time filings for unemployment insurance in the weekend at March 6 totaled a seasonally adjusted 712,000, which was below the Dow Jones estimate of 725,000. I mean, what is that, like about 2% difference? It's not a big deal. It's really not. It's not. Quote, the job and jobless claims is another win for the week. It's a solid sign that we're making strides toward pre-pandemic life, said Mike Lowengart, managing director of investment strategy at E-Trade Financial. Combined with stimulus relief in sight and a muted CPI, meaning nothing on the dangerous front for inflation. You got to watch those inflation numbers. If anything wiggles on inflation is going to cause your tech stocks to get body slammed. So if you don't have the stomach for it, you might want to be a little bit defensive. If you owning companies like the Workhorses and the Tilrays or Jumia's, these high growth companies, like these companies that haven't made any money. Like there was another one I was talking to you guys about the other day that I bought. What was that company I bought? Hold on. Blink. It was called Blink. Yeah. Let me look it up. I mentioned Blink. That was my stock pick of the week when I was on my Twitch channel playing video games. Blink, yeah, Blink is a company that doesn't make very much money, but they're on the ground floor of these charging stations that you're going to need when all the cars go electric. So Blink, I made a substantial investment in Blink, and so far the investment's worked out. I made about 6% in about 2 or 3 days, which is pretty phenomenal. But nobody knows what the long term outcome of this industry is going to be. But the thing about it is that companies like that are really, really volatile. So you just got to be really careful. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. Also subscribe to Financial Juneteenth TV. That's a financial platform we have where we do more evergreen content. Like we answer questions and respond to things and define things and stuff like that. And also you guys may not know this, but we actually have a social media platform called Blagging Up, which is the URL's right here on my shirt. I'm holding the shirt up crooked, but blaggingup.com, literally we got a trademark on this word. This is a black owned social media platform. It operates a lot like Facebook, except everybody's black. And also you can actually click on the link and find people that live in your area. And that way you can get together, form investment clubs, do things together. I don't know, make friends, get a hookup, get together with the kids, whatever, you can find good black people that think like you, because every black person, just because they're black, that don't mean they're on the same page as you. We know this. We live in the same community. So to sort of sum up what's going on, what I'm seeing right now is I see a lot of optimism in the market. It's very fragile though, because I think that any adjustment in the 10-year treasury yield, that's the factor that's driving all of this right now. If the 10-year treasury yield wiggles too much, then you could have an absolute calamity on your hands. So that 10-year treasury yield reached a high of 1.6%. It's about 1.51% today. If it goes to something like 1.65%, you could end up seeing a massive plummet in your stocks, and especially your long-term growth stocks. Be very, very careful about that. Another piece of information that's really fascinating is I read today that the states are starting to rebel against Joe Biden. I guess we just rebel against whoever the president is. I don't know. But the states are starting to rebel against Biden. The Biden administration is telling states not to reopen. They're telling them to slow down. We got this virus out here. It's going to, 1 in 1,000 people are going to die, and it's really scary. But the states are like, screw you. I read this article today. Let me see if I can find it, because I think it's really interesting. And it speaks to the economics of those states. These governors are making this decision, not because they care about you, but because they can't leave their economy shut down forever over a virus that 99.5% of us are going to survive. 99.5% of you are not going to die this year. So just, kind of keep that in mind. And so I'm reading the article here. They said Maryland's the latest state to defy Biden. Also, governors in Texas, Mississippi, Connecticut, Arizona, West Virginia, and Wyoming have announced plans to reopen. Also, some states are taking are easing restrictions, taking easing restrictions more gradually. New York City and New Jersey restaurants will be allowed to reopen at half capacity, up from 35% beginning March 19th. The governors of New Jersey and New York said in a joint announcement Wednesday. California said it plans to reopen theme parks like Disney. Remember, I told y'all Disney is like right now they are the Debo, like from the movie Friday. You know, my buddy Ice Cube that comes in here every now and then. Ice Cube made that movie Friday, and you had Debo just kind of dominated the neighborhood. Disney to me is kind of the Debo of the stock market in my view. Like, I think Disney has become so good at making money. Adversity always makes you better if you know how to work it right. That's a lesson for life. Like any of y'all going through some tough times or whatever, this too shall pass. And if you have the right attitude, adversity almost always makes you better. Well, this adversity made Disney into just a money-making machine because now they're just killing it online and they're already murdering the game offline. When all those theme parks get opened up, Disney is to the moon. I'm a long-term holder of Disney. I deeply believe in Disney stock. I think Disney's going to be great. So what else is happening here? Let me see if I can find a little bit more information. If you could hit the thumbs up button right now while I look this up. And by the way, the blackstockmarketchallenge.com, that's a free challenge that I have that I've set up. It's a 5-day sequence of messages I send you on challenges you can do to get better at stock market investing. So if you're not comfortable yet, like if you don't really understand the game, just know I'm not gonna say I know it all, but I've trained experts, right? So that's like my knowledge goes deep. So I'd love for all of you to learn how to invest because it's going to make a difference in your life. I know where the money's at, where the money resides. All right, so let me see here. What else is in here that you might want to look out for? Here we go. The faster than expected acceleration of U.S. economic growth appears to be lifting inflation and longer term interest rates, said Gary Schlossberg from Wells Fargo. The pace of these increases have been a recent concern to investors, meaning that they're worried about inflation, basically. But a recovery in interest rates and inflation is typically an occurrence early in a recovery. So basically, what the argument of the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, is right now is that he's like, look, there's going to be a pop in inflation. It's going to happen. It happens whenever the economy recovers, but it's going to be temporary. So that's what they're arguing in this piece. So if that is true, if the increase in inflation is temporary, then what I see happening is, first of all, everything's going to be cool and copacetic because you're making money, right? Now the value of that money is deflating, right? Because too much debt, inflation, we know the story, but you're making money. Like America is good at making money. So everything's going to be cool long term. The interesting thing is I'm curious to see as inflation increases temporarily, is that going to cause another panic where all this stuff starts getting oversold, prices start to plummet, which for us long-term investors, because that's what we are not hit it and quit it. We're looking for a long-term relationship with the money, not no short-term one-night stand. I don't want you to have a financial version of a one-night stand, where you get a little bit of pleasure in an STD or an unwanted pregnancy. I want you to have a long-term, healthy black love relationship with your money. So as a long-term investor, you will see that as a buying opportunity. So when if that inflation pops and those long-term growth stocks start to plummet, I see that as a chance to jump in there and just go shopping. Buy a piece of America, do whatever you can, wherever your money's at. If you at the $20 level, do your $20. If you at the $20,000 level, do your $20K. But I think we've proven. Give me a yes or no in the chat if you agree with this statement. I think that we have proven that the greatest generator of black wealth available to the masses right now would be stock market investing. I've been saying this since 2005 when I first started doing public conversations like this, and I'm still saying it to this day. And if you were listening way back then, you've made an absolute insane amount of money since that time. Even if you were a poor person in 2006, 2007, there's no way you could have kept doing what we were talking about and remain poor. It's not possible. All right, so let me keep going here. The last piece is that it looks to me like the energy sector is kicking butt. A lot of these energy companies, I'm going to go through and see if I can gather a little list and have a conversation about that. A lot of the energy sector is doing extremely well because energy, price of oil, things like that tends to go up when the economy takes off. And so a lot of these, these energy companies, oil companies, things like that are doing pretty well. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's everything. And I'm going to bounce up out of here. I will still be on my Twitch channel again. I'm on Twitch pretty much every day. I play Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Overwatch with my kids. Sometimes I am the kid. Sometimes I'm playing by myself because I actually do like to play video games too. But I'm also doing this with my kids. And if you want to join us and play video games, but also it's a good time to get in there and send me a question. If you ask a question, I take a break every 10 minutes. I read the questions. I answer every single one of them. So it's a great place to kind of hang out and a place to have fun. So feel free to follow on the Twitch channel. The URL is right there. And also don't forget to go to blagenough.com to join the social media platform. There's freedom of speech. We don't censor anything that you say on that platform. So I hope this helps you guys. I want you to go make a killing. Congratulations. The sun is out. Just know the rain might be coming again, but just be prepared. When the sun is out, you buy your umbrellas when the sun is out. You don't buy your umbrellas in the rain. So while the money's good, while the money resides in your house, then you take some of that money, you stack your nuts for the winter, because winter is always coming. You understand what I'm saying? Like, winter's always coming. It's, tell me, baby, can you stay in the rain? It's always going to rain. Winter is always coming. When the sun is out, always prepare. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. A lot of people lose in life because they ain't never ready. I know y'all know people like that, always reacting to stuff, always getting dramatic, always crying and whining. Oh, Lord, it's so hard being black. Well, maybe if you prepared a little bit, things wouldn't be so bad. I used to have arguments with guys when I was in college. I would talk to brothers. They wanted me to join their fraternity, and I won't say which one. I don't want to get into that, but I remember saying to them, I said, you're a black man, right? And you know that all this drinking and whoring and you ain't studying, you're not planning for your future. You do know that that's going to put you in a vulnerable position later on in life. I don't want to be vulnerable. That's why I study, all night long. That's why I save my money. That's why I'm planning for my future, because I don't want to end up in a bad situation and spend my whole life whining like a little girl. I want to be in a good situation so I can stand up like a king, stand up like a man. So change the culture. Make sure that culture, that preparation culture, that personal responsibility culture is the one that you embrace. Don't embrace that loser culture. Don't embrace that victim culture. Embrace a culture that says, I can do this. My family is brilliant. We can overcome anything. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, by the way, today on drboystv.com. I got a brother coming in by the name of Chris Broussard. Chris Broussard is a wonderful black man. He is on Fox Sports. You might know him. He's a respected journalist. He was with the New York Times, and now he does Fox Sports on a regular basis. Or whichever network. I think it's Fox Sports, but maybe I got it wrong. But Chris is my homeboy. I love this guy. And we're going to talk about manhood. We're actually going to talk about, I don't know if you know, in Coming to America, the star of Coming to America, the new guy, there was this image that I shared actually on my Instagram, which is Real Boyce Watkins, of him dressed in drag. I don't know if anybody saw that image. It was kind of scary, kind of disturbing. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, it's real interesting. I know we started talking about financial stuff, and that's the topic of this discussion. But y'all know me; I'm just going to talk about whatever comes to mind. Let me show y'all this image. And I'm not dissing the brother, but this was interesting. So I saw this picture of him, right? And I'm like, are you serious? Like, what is going on with Hollywood? Is there some sort of rule saying that as a black man, if you want to get a movie role, you gotta come out like this? Like, I'm not dissing people that do this. There's nothing against drag queens, nothing against trans, people, nothing against LGBT, none of that. But it's like, is that the requirement? Is that the standard? Is that what has to occur for a black man to get opportunities? Must we always show up to the party completely butt broken? Well, I don't believe that. I don't want to stand up. I don't want to show up to the party butt broken. I want to stand up as a man. I'm a father. I have children. I have a woman. I think that's okay. And I think that this idea, you got to connect this back to slavery. They want you broke. They want you struggling. They want you weak, and they want you timid, and they want your men to be women. That's how they control you. That's my belief. That's my 2 cents. People don't like it. They can just get the hell out, because that's just what it is. And that's what I'm seeing. And I'm just tired of that nonsense. I want to see you wealthy. I want to see you succeeding. I want to see black people making our own movies, and I want to see us writing the agenda. Okay. So anyway, I got to go. And in fact, actually, I wrote a lot of my vision out in a short little book. It's about maybe 70 pages, not very long. You can have it for free. It's called It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar. It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar focuses on 4 key areas that we can focus on to build a powerful community. That's wealth, education, family, and community. That means building as much wealth as possible, becoming master wealth builders, educating the hell out of ourselves, putting true knowledge in our brain, which is very different from going to school. Family means black men loving the hell out of black women loving the hell out of black men, us protecting our babies at all costs and building strong families. And then community. You build a strong community by having strong families. And also when you got wealth and education in those strong families, then you have a strong community. Ain't nothing better and more beautiful than to have a group of really intelligent black people who love each other coming together and forming coalitions. And that's going to be the vision of the future. So if you want a free copy of the book, just go to allblackeconomics.com. There's the URL right there on the screen. I didn't mean to go off on this tangent, but I wanted to talk about what I'm going to do with Chris Broussard. We're going to be live today on drboystv.com at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to start off talking about that whole coming to America thing. But then the bigger conversation is manhood. What is wrong with manhood? There's nothing wrong with manhood. It's just that they're not fans of black manhood, but we're fans of black manhood. And if you read books like Powernomics, one of the first things Dr. Claude Anderson says is that power is not the ability to pursue your agenda only when you get permission. Power is when you can pursue your agenda even without permission. So we're aiming for power. That means I ain't asking for permission. I ain't asking for forgiveness. I'm not apologizing for nothing. We're just gonna go in here and we're gonna do what we got to do. Wealth is an important part of that, because when you got enough money in your bank account, can't nobody tell you nothing. They can't hold a job over your head. They can't threaten to take your money from you. I think the reason these brothers go to Hollywood and end up begging and scrapping and looking ridiculous is because they're holding the job over their head. They're like, well, if you don't do what we say, you're going to be blackballed. Well, you know what? Blackball me in advance, because blackball, I think, to me is a good thing, because being 100% black means I get to play ball, and I'm not no scrub coming off the bench begging for an opportunity. So let's play ball. Let's be real. Let's be competitive in this game of global economics, and let's show strength. So be smart, be intelligent, keep moving forward, and keep being consistent. You are going to win. That's my thought for today. I'm out of here. Have a good day. I'm actually going to be on Twitch probably in about 30 minutes or so if you want to go hang out on the Twitch channel. And then also, like I said, today at 2 p.m., Chris Broussard and I are going to go live and talk about all this black manhood stuff, because it's an important conversation that real men need to have, and real women need to join us in this conversation too. So I'm out. Have a good day. Please hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button on your way out the door. And I will see you guys soon. And thank you guys for listening. And I'll chime back in a little bit later on today if I see developments in the stock market. I'll talk to you later. Peace.